was one key price level that changed my trading forever. Once I discovered it, it was like a veil was unleashed, exactly where price was wanting to go. The price level that I'm talking about is opening prices. In this video here, I want to break down exactly what opening prices are, how you can use them, and how they can help you become a consistently profitable trader. If you're new to the channel, nice to meet you. I'm Quan, also known as Quan Liquidity. I've been trading for over 6 years now. My channel is geared to those who are struggling traders yearning to find consistently profitable results. So if that's something that interests you, make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment, the whole nine. And without further ado, let's break down these opening prices. All right, guys, a real quick breakdown of what opening prices are, how they're used, and how us in P2P capitalize off them. So the logic behind opening prices and what they are is just the initial value or price of a market asset at a specific time or a window of time. So obviously what we use, what price is the NASDAQ at 9:30, a key opening time for me, something like that. How we use it, so we use it in a number of ways. We use it for true support and resistance. We use it for institutional order flow, meaning following order flow, premium and discount. Are we above it? Are we below it? And how can that help us make a trade idea? And then for bias and draw on liquidity, which is also one of my favorite. So using it for targets and using it to get a direction on where the market is trying to go. So the key times that we like to use. So number one here is 6 p.m., which is the daily candle opening price. Futures, we open up every day at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the next day. So that is what that level is. 12 a.m., which is midnight opening price. 8:30, which is pre-market opening price, or you could say New York kill zone opening price as you see listed here. My favorite, which is next, the 9:30 a.m. opening price, obviously the stock exchange opening price. Some special key times for your own doing. 6 p.m. Sundays in specific. So we do have daily candles, but 6 p.m. on Sunday in specific is the new week opening price. This is one of my favorite opening prices to use, and personally I feel is the most important opening price to have on your chart. You get 6 p.m. for the first day of the month, new opening price for the month. Very, very good opening price there. 6 p.m. on the first day of the quarter. This is your new quarter opening price. And 6 p.m. on the first day of a new contract is the new contract opening price. And then you also have the new year opening price as well. These here are the sauce opening prices. But these opening prices here is what you'll use on a day-to-day basis. So just to give you a very, very calm rundown of what the opening prices should do for you. Let's just say if we're bullish, the best setups will form below or near the opening price. If we're bearish, it'll do the opposite. The best setups will form above or near the important opening price. So now that you kind of get a very, very small gist of what opening prices can do, I know most of us are better learners when we see it by example. So now I want to show you guys a few examples of each and how to take trades using opening prices. All right, guys, now that we're on the screen, I want to show you the few opening prices that I personally use every single day. So it all starts on Sunday at 6 p.m., starting with our weekly open. So the weekly open is one of the best areas to have on your chart. It'll literally give you bias for the entire week. The next opening price that I personally use is the 9:30 open price. Now this is specifically just used for the New York session. I use it every day to trade. To throw in a bonus one I may look at here and there, especially when I'm looking at the daily range, is the midnight opening price, which is obviously 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So to zoom it out, since 9:30 and midnight are really close, midnight opening price, weekly opening price, and a 9:30 opening price. All very important. So I personally use opening prices for two main reasons, and that is for bias and for target. So I'm gonna show you an example of each so that you can have an idea to see how effective opening prices really are. So here's our weekly chart for the NASDAQ. This was the previous week in question. So this next week is about to start. If we look at what the previous week did, it's pretty obvious that we're bullish as hell. But now we need to look at where price wants to go next. The only place that I personally see is all-time high. It's literally right here. So we've now established that we have a bullish bias for the next week coming up. So the best buying opportunities for this week will be under where the week opens up at. So we open our week up right here. We did get an all-time high target hit, but we still have a bullish bias for the week. So we need to be trying to find buying opportunities under the weekly open. Because if you think about it, we're making the wick anytime we dip under the weekly open. So as you can see here, we took out a previous day's low, which is a very important area of liquidity. So now that we've taken stops under the weekly open, if we're bullish, we want to see price start to move back above it towards these highs. And as you can see, we chop around the weekly open a little bit as expected, but then we have a displacement above it. Now that we've taken out and made a new low of the week and displaced above the weekly open, we should now be looking to make a new high to the week. And as you can see here, we gradually start to move to that area and onward. So if we go back to our weekly chart, you can see here that anything under the weekly open for this week was literally just a wick for you to get in. Let me show you another example of how you can use opening prices as bias using 9:30 opening price. So as you can see in this example here, we just had 8:30 news. And as you can see, it was very, very bullish. Anytime you see 8:30 news really bullish, just for extra, it is a very, very good sign that we're probably gonna trend in that same direction for the rest of the day. So with that in mind, I now have my bias going into the morning session. We are bullish. So that means any dip below 9:30 open price should be an opportunity to buy. Now we'll go down to our lower time frame to mark up 9:30. As you can see, it's right here. So now we'll go to our lower time frame to mark up 9:30. And as you can see, it is right here. So now we just need to wait for some sort of confirmation under 9:30 open price, letting us know that we want to go high. So as you can see here, if you look very closely, we make equal highs and we're starting to drop lower towards 9:30 open price. And as you can see here, we dip under it very slightly. Look at how price is respecting this area. This is a very key sign and also not a coincidence that 9:30 open price is very important for the morning session. We're seeing it now be used as support and we have equal highs above. This is one of the easiest trading strategies ever. Anytime you have some equal highs, you displace against them to a key area, which is 9:30 open price, you can look for a return back to this buy side liquidity. Let's just say if you wanted to get in on this, I personally will look for a close above half of this 9:30 gap here. Because if we're bullish, we should be using this half point as support to send us higher. And as you can see, we get a dip back to it here, tap it very nicely, wick it, and then start moving higher. So now, me personally, this is our ATM model. Hopefully you guys watched that video. We come back and tap it, and our entry is now in. So this would be the criteria for the trade. A stop would be under this low because we have no business coming back to 9:30 open. So this is a great example of how understanding bias for the day and then using opening prices to help support that idea. So in this example, I want to show you how opening prices can be used as a target, specifically using 8:30 open price. So boom, as you can see here, 8:30 is a very key time when there's high impact news at that time. So this was Wednesday, June the 11th. We had high impact news this Wednesday. So 8:30 is a very key area in price for the morning session. So we'll mark that up there. So now as price moves along, we're starting to move back towards that area. But as you can see here, we leave it untapped and we're starting to move higher. This is what we call engineered liquidity. Like I said, 8:30 is a very important time in price when it's a news event. So for us to leave it untapped is very uncommon. So this now just became a target for a short trade down to it. So now as we go down in time frame, using our 1-minute chart, as you can see here, we have a gap being respected. So with this in mind, we should use this gap to go down towards our engineered liquidity level. So you see how they literally made a low and stopped right before here. This is a great sign that this gap can be used to finish the job. So as soon as we enter this gap, we can now go short. Our stop could be 9:30 opening price, which is right here. And our target could be 8:30, but we do have some very clean lows down here that I'd also recommend going for. So as this trade plays out, as you can see, we flushed right through targets and through 8:30 open price. So now that we're back under 8:30 open price, we need to monitor how it's being used. As you can see here, we come back above it and immediately displace right back above it. So this can now be a sign to take price back the other way since we use 8:30 in that way. So if you wanted to go long, the ATM model in question would be right here. And you might be asking what would be a good target. Well, if you look closely, if we're using all opening prices today, 9:30 open price is right here, and we have no real price above it, along with equal highs here. So we have equal highs above a very key level. This is golden for a trade at least back to 9:30 opening price. Everything else is extra. So let's just say we get triggered in here with the ATM. Our stop can be at this first gap after displacing. There's no reason for us to come back here. And our target can be those equal highs above 9:30 open price. So we'll monitor how 9:30 open is treated here. Let's see how and as you can see, we're respecting this area. Boom, we get to 9:30 open price. Look at how we slow down right here. I promise you guys, it is not a coincidence that we're seeing this. These areas are very, very important in price, so they will cause fluctuation. And as you can see, we play around it a little bit, then we get a close above it, letting us know we should be good for our targets, as you can see here. And it's like, okay, cool. We may be starting to slip back some. Where do you think price will slip back to? As you can see, 9:30 open price. Story short, this just goes to show how important opening prices are. They can be used as targets and they can be used to give you buy. So all in all, guys, I just wanted to make a quick video to show you how powerful opening prices are. I would love to go even more in depth about opening prices for you guys, but the great thing about having a great business partner is that they're on top of it. So my brother Wiz actually made a more in-depth video about opening prices in our free Discord. If you click on the first link in the description, it'll lead you to our free Discord. You go to free resources and then the opening price video will be right there. So if you want access to it, click the first link in the bio. And once you go to Discord, go to free resources. And once you hit free resources, you'll see here from July 3rd, the opening prices video. It should open right up just like that. So once again, if you want access to this, click the first link in my bio. That is the free Discord. And then you should be good from there. I hope you guys found this one insightful. Before we go, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. We are on the way to 1,000 followers. Excited to continue to grow with you guys here on YouTube. And until next time, I'll see you on the next one.